All right, we're
Does it allow you to pause recording? Go to stop share real quick.
go to where?
Stop share, just real quick.
Oh, stop share.
Uh-huh.
Okay. And go to, I don't see the little red, there it is, recording.
Okay.
I can
Pause
pause
it.
here.
Yeah.
Cool stuff though. You would love to see all y'all beautiful faces though.
Yeah, the sun is behind me and I didn't do it, but let me see. I can,
There you go.
Hey, Renee, could you wait till I get back? I'm gonna go grab some water real quick.
Okay, I'll give
Before
it a
you
couple
start.
minutes. Yeah.
Thank
Let a couple people join on.
yeah. I'm here.
Awesome.
Gotta fix the hair.
You look beautiful, Joan.
Huh?
You look beautiful.
Well, thank you, Renee, even though I can't see myself. Your background looks so crisp and clear and clean.
It's one, well, it's one of the things I will show you in designs.
Oh, good.
So yes, so you can create your own virtual backgrounds.
Okay. And look at Ashley. Ashley got a cute background too.
Yeah, she got a cute background. That was good too.
Thank you.
It's awesome.
Yeah. I think I met Dion. Dion, is it Deanna? Hi.
Well, guys, in respect of your time, it is 10:05 and I am going to get started. We have a lot of material to cover. Welcome to Command. For those of you who don't know me, I am Renee Ferreira. I have been part of this market center since 2005 and am happy to bring you, we're going to talk today about Command. We're going to do designs and talk about campaigns. Okay. I will do my best to follow the chat. If you want to post any questions in there, I will, once I've presented for a minute, I will ask for questions if you have something specific. Other than that, we can kind of wait to the end. So with that in mind, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. I don't have a formal presentation because I felt it was best just to channel through the platform itself, right? So, so if you could take notes. So obviously this is your, so as anything, guys, Command can be very overwhelming, especially if you're new, right? Well, I guess it doesn't even matter if you're new, right? Because there's so many different components and they're all interactive with each other. And I know you guys have had conversation on contacts and opportunities, but today we're going to talk about marketing and prospecting, right? As the channels of our business that help grow our business. Because without the prospecting and marketing, it's really hard to develop our contacts and opportunities. So with that in mind, the little red box in the top left corner with the KW in it, until you get to know all the icons, you can just, oh, I guess you can't, there you go. You can hit it and it'll expand to the word so you know until you learn what the icons are. So we're going to go down here at the bottom to designs. And so as you can see at the top, designs comprises of a variety of outlets. So we got email, we got landing pages, which you can do for listings or neighborhoods or something of that nature. We have social, which is obviously social media. So you can design Facebook ads and Instagram. And then we have print. So that's where you're going to find your listing presentation. You could design postcards, flyers, and agent site is for your website, and video, which is a really fun component that you can share on Instagram or any social media platform, and even email. So we're going to touch on each one of these. Again, I don't want to get off on too many bunny trails, because that's exactly where all this can lead. So we're going to try to be as basic, yet answer as many questions as I can. So just as a, I guess, a poll, everybody unmute and just talk to me about Command and what you've learned so far. And how's it working for you?
I'll go first if you want.
Please, Kathy.
I love it. I'm still overwhelmed by a lot of the stuff, especially when it goes into the campaigns.
Okay.
I actually got on it last night so I could kind of work on a couple of things and just kind of familiarize myself with maybe what you were going to go over today
Okay.
on the campaigns and the designs. And I actually learned something, so I'm not going to get into that. I'll maybe comment later.
Yeah.
But Command itself is, it's phenomenal. I use it. I love it. It's an awesome tool, and I'm very grateful that Gary Keller spent the time and the money devising this for us, because I know, most of you know, I came from another brokerage firm. There's nothing like this out there. They have CRMs, but nothing like this.
Well, this is pretty deep, right? This has so many arms and channels. And Kathy, I'm glad you bring up the CRM, right? It's a customer relationship manager, right? And so in order for us to really intentionally grow our business, it's really important to get in relationship with your database or with your people. And there's, I know, many have a challenge with technically asking for the business all of the time. And there are direct and indirect ways to ask for the business that can make you look smart, that can make you look like you're the expert. And when someone thinks about real estate, you come first to mind. That is the goal, right? So think about all the different, and we'll talk about all the different ways that you can reach out to your client or your database and bring relevant information, and again, be top of mind when they think about real estate. So who else has played with Command, and how do you feel about it? Anybody? No one?
I know how to do the create opportunities, but as far as the templates and the campaign,
Yeah.
the rest of it, I'm kind of like new at it.
So everybody's pretty new. So everybody's pretty new at kind of a new topic for everybody. Is that what I'm kind of getting at?
Yes.
Okay, so we're looking at the design templates, and there's so many different templates that that you can tap into. And I'm actually going to start from right to left. I'm going to go from video because it's really, really simple. Okay, so if you click on video, right, these are videos that I've already set up. So everybody, there's a teal plus mark on the bottom right of your screen on your command screen. And if you click video and next, so now you get the create video template form. And you can do this for any neighborhood that you are farming, or you know people who live there, or your own neighborhood. Everybody in your neighborhood should be getting something like this. So my neighborhood specifically is 70053, which is in Gretna. Well, they didn't like my neighborhood. All right, let's try something else. Let's try Gretna. There we go. All right, so I typed in Gretna. So I got Old Gretna, Gretna South. These are in different areas. So there's Gretna's in Nebraska and Pennsylvania. So let's go Old Gretna in Louisiana. So we click on that. All right, so it asks for me to put in my neighborhood information. So as a new agent, or as even a seasoned agent, the one thing you can always be is the market expert, right? Looking in your MLS every day on what's going on in a specific neighborhood or price point or whatever the case may be. That's something you can always incorporate. So that's almost like should be your morning to-do list as you prepare to make phone calls and reach out to people. So, so it's telling me the average home price is $194, and you could change these, right? So again, by looking in your own MLS, so I know that the average home prices in Old Gretna are on the rise. I think this 194 is probably a little low. So I'm probably going to go probably 250. Average price per square foot is probably 145, which is holding steady. And it's telling me a number of homes. So you want to verify these numbers with your with the MLS, right? Average days on market, that's probably a little high. So I'll probably say 60. And then neighborhood features. So in here I have historic. I wouldn't say dancing. Let's see, great restaurants. When it has dining. So if you pull up, so you can see there's different activities. So I guess we have a coffee culture if you've been to Amore and different places. There's definitely civic engagement. We do a lot with our town. Well, there's only 3. All right, so I'm going to take out shopping and I'm going to put civic engagement. Then agent has agent information and market center information. And then I'm hit next. So it's generating the video. And it's going to be real quick. Going to be something you can automatically share. So let's watch it. So it has your information at the end. How cool is that, guys? Right?
Renee, I love that one. I've done it a couple of times for different neighborhoods. I love it.
Guys, you can even send this as a text, right? Because I know many of you might have people in your phone, right? Sometimes your phone is your database, your in-hand database, and you can download this at any time and send it as a text also. But again, as you can see, I have all different neighborhoods. So if you get a listing in a neighborhood, or if you're been working a neighborhood really well as far as showing property in this neighborhood, so you seem to have like a keen sense. You want to share that. And this is a fun way to do that. Any questions about video?
I have a question, Renee, if you don't mind. So when you said you can do it on text, so if you have several individuals that live in a certain neighborhood and they're in your database, how would we do that?
Okay, you see that here? All right, you see the stoplight, right? You see the little 3 dots, call them a stoplight, right? You click the stoplight, you see you can download, you can use in campaigns, you can share on social, or you can rename, right? Or you can delete, right? Because you're always going to want to have a new one, right? Probably at least once a month as market statistics update, right? So, and you saw how easy it was to create. So this is something you could do at the beginning or the end of the month and kind of keeping your platform and have it handy for when you want to send it out, right? And I'm going to show you how to use it in campaigns here in a minute, right? So, but you can go straight to social. You can download it, right? If you download it to your computer, and then you can either, I know I have Mac products, right? So I can AirDrop between my computer and my phone. So I can send anything back and forth, right? Or if you have your own iCloud or whatever, that way you always have access to it, right? Does that answer your question, Kathy?
It does. That is so cool because I've been struggling with that. Like I knew how to do it on like Facebook, like what you're going to do through the campaigns, but I was like, I have a bunch of people in my database that I could be sending it out to, and I just didn't know how to do that. Thank you.
And guys, you can just, right? This could be your dialogue, right? Here's a little fun way to share what's going on in our neighborhood. Hope you enjoy it. Right? If I can help any further, just give me a call. What a great touch, right? And it's really personable. All right, so then we have our agent site. So has everybody been working on their database? Not database, their website. Yes, no?
Well, it looks as though to consider seeing that the other one went away.
It is. So guys, here's what I learned. And this was a big deal even for me, right? I paid for the extra, the professional series with Market Leader, right? And I wanted, we've been talking about a year for lowering our expenses, right? So I was paying $119 a month. So I had to find a way to get rid of it, right? So I can save that money. So I was having some, I was having some anxiety about making sure it switches correctly, right? Because I still had a lot of people utilizing my website every month. So I didn't want to create that hiccup. So I reached out to Scott Leroy, and he set all this up for me, okay, with no cost. He set up the Keller Mortgage. He set up all the icons, and I'll show you this here in a minute. And so, so if you want to set up your agent site, is that here? That's not going to be here. Import a PDF.
I think, is it in consumer, Renee? The
It
agent
is.
site?
So yes. So if you go to, let's see, I wanted to do that. I wanted to have each page set up.
So all those little boxes that you just showed, that is on your particular website?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And when I reached out to Scott, he knew he knew exactly what to do and what pages to upload. So my personal website is nolaplace.com. So that's my domain. And it goes straight to, so I have it redirected to my website, right? So of course, you know, Mardi Gras is coming, right? And so all those pages are right here in the search box, right? So I got Greater New Orleans, about me, this month in real estate, what's my home worth, mortgage calculator, which is new, Keller Mortgage, local school search, downloading my app, leave a review, contact us. And then I added this page yesterday because I was playing with it, featured listing, right? And that's where you can create that landing page for a featured listing and include it on your website, right? It only took me 10 minutes to set up the landing page. Okay. So, and this is something that, you know, again, it's easy to set up, and you can generate some consistency in driving your prospects to one spot and hopefully capturing those opportunities. Okay. So that being, again, going back, let me see where I am. Okay, so here is the consumer page. Well, it was the consumer page. So the consumer page, you can create your landing pages, which is really good for your listings, and then your agent site pages right here. So all those get created, and you can create a new site on my agent site or a standalone page, right? So if you want to tie it to your website, you click on this one. If you just want a standalone page that you want to share on social media or something of that nature, you just do a standalone page, right? And it'll prompt you to do all the setups, and you can name it, right? And all these platforms are just drag and drop. We're all used to that by now, where it's create some simplicity, right? So if I wanted to do, and I can do real estate, or let's see, let's do today's tips. How about that? So I got that, right? So you got your agent profile, you just drag and drop it. Or you can do, they got testimonials, contact form, you could drag and drop it. Whatever it is that you want. And then every time you use a widget, you need to configure your widgets. You click at the bottom right, and it allows you to update any of those widgets with the information that you want. Right? And then you can always save your changes, even if they don't get published. Right? So you can save something without having to publish it or have it go live. So, and as you can see, your agent site. So here's all my site page settings. There's the featured listing that I showed yesterday. And then you can add a page down here and then drag it from any of those See, there's today's tips that I just created a second ago. I click on that, hit continue. Now it's on my website, except I got to go delete it because there's nothing in it. Right? So it's that simple, guys. And again, I won't say this enough that this can be really overwhelming. So we all know time blocking is critical to not getting off into too many bunny trails or getting too distracted. So you just want to carve out some time daily. I don't know, a couple hours or, 2 hours, 3 times a week, just to work in your business, which is working on your technology and your systems, right? We're all about developing systems. And the only way to develop a system is to be consistent, right? And to pick the time in which you're in it. Because once that time block is over, then you got to move on to your next task. So you don't want to get too consumed where, we kind of go through those days where we felt we were really, really busy, but we feel like we didn't really get anything done. And it's probably why that caught in one task for too long of time at one time. Right? This does not replace your lead generation time. Right? This is your prepping time. So this prepping time can enhance your lead generation time, right? By using this to reach out to people, but don't use your lead generation time to actually work on this, right? Your lead generation time is designed for you to reach out to people. All right, so we're going to save this. We're going to move on. All right, so we're going to go back to designs. Okay, so we went video, agent site, print, one of my favorite sections. Okay, now every time you create something, it saves it on your dashboard, right? So this is my print dashboard, and it creates a thumbnail for everything I've worked in. Okay, postcards, buyer presentation, listing presentation, flyers, right? So this is where all this can be created. Okay, so if you go into print and click the button at the bottom, you got the print box highlighted, go to next, and it's going to bring you to a variety of topics that you can use to enhance your marketing and prospecting efforts. So all these designs are already created, right? Because I know many feel like, where do I get all these ideas from? Or what do I say? The good news is you don't have to think about it or say anything. It's already done for you. So if you look at the top here, it's got jumbo postcards. It's got a tab for flyers, a tab for large postcards, and standard postcards, which is 6x4s, right? Now it's got my app highlighted, but there's different sections, right? So under listings, you got listing presentation, you got for sale, just listed, price update for any price changes, neighborhood snaps, which is a lot of fun, almost like the video, gives current information, open houses, if you're going to do an open house for a property, just sold, and local expert. One of my favorite sections, guys. Again, even as a new agent, you don't have to be in the business a very long time to learn the market, right? And there are different mechanisms that you can use to provide local market updates, right? So you just scroll over any of these designs, click use, and it will take you to a platform that allows you to customize it, right? It can customize colors. You can change the language. You can change the pictures. You can completely make it your own. Okay. So For those who don't know, I'm a teal person. Most of my marketing material is teal and red. So if I wanted to change, so all my template colors are already there, right? That I've created. So all I got to do is hit a button and it changes the whole look of the material, right? And again, you can get all these numbers from the MLS, right? Pick a neighborhood 1, 2, and 3 that you want to share. And once it's complete, you're going to hit, let me see. Oh, up here at the top, right? So you can change the name, you can share, you can download, but before you ever get out, make sure you hit done because it will allow you to save it, right? So don't exit without saving it.
So Renee, to make the changes on this particular template, you just click on it?
Yes, ma'am. So yeah, so you can click on the box, right?
Mhm.
And if it's a dialog box, your text options will appear at the top, right? You can change the print. You can change the size of the print, right? You still get a great variety of font templates, right? You could do bold, center, all the same things that you would in a Word document or something of that nature, right?
Okay.
And then you can add your own images if you want to pull in maybe some more neighborhoodly like pictures, right? To reflect your neighborhood. You can do that. They can pull from Facebook. How cool is that, right? Or your Google Drive, or you can pull in from your computer, right? So if I go into my computer, click on pictures, want to upload anything, like here I have Kansas Kitchen. So that's one of the listings I had, right? And it'll upload it. So there's my Kansas picture from Kansas, and I'm gonna drag and drop it right over into one of these components, right? So I'm gonna do that. Come on. Now it's gonna be difficult.
Hey Renee, I got a question.
Shoot.
And it may be a goofy one, but
Never
this is where I like struggle so much with, and I get so like overwhelmed and lose sight of my time blocking because it takes me so long. But okay, so when you pull down that Dropbox, is that new stuff that they've done where you could pull from Facebook, your Dropbox? Like before I knew you could drop in, put pictures like from your hard drive or something that you've uploaded. Can you go back onto that where you had the Facebook choice, the Dropbox, Google Drive?
Sure. Hold on one sec. Okay, let's see. I think I'm not frozen, huh, guys? All right.
No, I'm seeing you.
Okay. All right, let me go back. All righty. There we are. All right, so what I did is I clicked on, see, there's 3 images right here, right? For neighborhoods, right? So if you're picking a certain neighborhood, you may want to include a picture of the actual neighborhood, right? When you agree. So that being said, so there's pictures that you can add that come from the company. So there's pictures already there. Holidays, right? You don't have to go through all that, right? You can make it as simple as you want, Kathy, right? So if you just want to use their photos, easy peasy, okay? You're just gonna drag and drop, right? Or my assets are pictures that you've uploaded. Okay, so these are pictures already there. So here's my photo, right? I'm just gonna drag and drop. Should be, I gotta click it. Should be. Come on.
That's cool.
Yes. Right? It does not have to be complicated. What I would do, you guys, until I really learn the platform, use what they have. Right? Then as you get more experience and more familiar, then you can start adding your own pictures and things of that nature. And it won't be such a daunting task. And it won't interfere with your time block time that you have specifically set aside for this platform. Okay.
What is an alternative for, like with eEdge, they had the newsletter campaign that I was using. It was sending it
Yeah.
out every month.
Coming to that. Yes, yes, ma'am. So hang on one second. So I'm going to save this.
Okay.
So this is an example of a flyer.
Yeah.
Okay, so how cool would this be if you had a listing and leave the local market update in your listing,
Mhm.
right? On the table or on the kitchen counter or something of that nature, or have it ready for an open house, right? Remember, you want to bring value to whatever it is that you're hosting. All right, so I'm going to save this real quick. So Joan, we're going to go over that real quick like.
That's fine. That's good.
All right, so let's go back to print. And so you see down here in my bottom left is where that template is saved, right? All right, so let's just go over the different elements in print so you can know what's available for you. Let's watch our time, guys. Okay. All right, so adjust. Come on. Come on. There we are. All right, so we saw what was in listings.
Mhm.
Local expert is what I brought up. Buyer, neighborhood snaps, Keller Mortgage, buyer presentation. Right, up here is your listing presentation. Let me highlight that for a moment. So each of these templates is designed to help you make an intentional presentation, listing presentation, right? There's many pages in there that you can delete and customize. Each one, again, just like I did the flyer, you can customize the color, you can customize the pictures, you can customize the language, anything that you use. Lead generation. You got home value, holiday greetings, event invitations, like if you're doing a client party or something. I love KW. Business basics, which is business cards and letterhead. And then new designs. You can create folders. How cool is that? Right? All right. And then of course your app. So all your designs are saved. Right? You can start a new one, go to a template. And my assets is helping you initially set up your brand, right? So if you want to cut a specific color scheme or something of that nature, that's all right here. Your logos, smart text, images, you can see my color scheme right up here, right? So they already know, right? So again, as you get these things set up, and you get more familiar, it gets quicker to develop a design and drag it over and do a campaign or something. It doesn't have to take 5 hours to do, right? And that's the whole point, is to get familiar enough where you could do something in an hour, right? Once you initially get your platform set up. Does that make sense?
Mhm.
Awesome.
Yes.
Okay. All right, so back to templates. All right, so Joan, I believe newsletters is in social. So hang on 1 second. So anyway, so this was our print, right? So all the components that we were in just now was around printing something, a flyer or a brochure or something of that nature.
Okay.
Okay. All right, so let's see here. All right, let's go back here. Let's go back to designs. All right, so let's do social. Social is simple, right? Just got to set it up. So again, so these are all, every time you do an item, it gets saved, right? So let's just run through that real quick. So to create a design in social, this is where you can create your background, what you guys were asking for earlier, asking about, right? So social square. So again, the same topics, right? We're always working with buyers. We're always looking for listings. We're always lead generating, right? So there's different elements in each that allows you to share different messages. So the same thing here. You got my designs, and then you have, again, your assets. So, the big thing these days is sharing a story, right? On Facebook or Instagram. So they even have story platforms that you can use. So you got social stories, you got social square, and then you got social wide. Pivot shift ahead. These are really, really cool, guys. And this is where your meeting backgrounds are. Right? So here's the one I have. So here's the one I have right here, right?
Mhm.
And you can customize it. Right? And you can save it and upload it to your Zoom background platform and keep it handy when you have a Zoom meeting. Okay, which is what I've done.
So
All
you
right,
don't
where'd it
have to have a green screen to do that?
No, ma'am, you do not. You do not. So if you go into your settings, in your Zoom settings, right, it has general and a lot of different other icons on the left. And one of those is virtual background, right? Now it has a green screen that you can choose, but it also has all the different virtual backgrounds that you've uploaded. Okay. But the green screen is one of them. Okay. So where did it go?
Now, Renee, I will comment that it also depends on your computer and the age of your computer, whether or not that virtual background will work without a green screen.
Yeah. Good point, Renata, because I use my iPad at home, and I have difficulty using my green screen or my virtual background for that. But if you're using a laptop or a desktop, it should work for you. All right, let's see where we are. It keeps going back. Probably thinks I have way too many icons open. Okay, so email. Again, landing pages is over here to the left anyway. So landing pages is in consumer also. So let's go to email before we go back to consumer. This can be handy if you want to send a blast email to your database, right? And with, in a template where the dialogue is already available there for you, and all you got to do is customize it. So as you can see, the KWRI templates, buy versus rent, seller lead conversion, all those different types of, it covers holidays, referrals. So there's 41 templates that are already created for you. Event.
So basically, if you click on something like Happy New Year's and you want to send it out to like 200 people in your database, you have to have
Yes.
the template already set up, or?
This is just the template. So once I leave here, once we go over this, we're going to go over to campaigns. I'm going to show you how to set up the email or whatever the case may be to actually send to your database.
Okay.
Right? But this is where we start, right? This is where we create the design, right? Create the template that you can save forever, right? And keep it handy. And every time you want to refresh or send a blast email out to all your buyers or all your sellers or whatever the case may be, you can customize and make that happen. Okay? Does that make sense? So again, at the top right corner says create a new template. And then you can drag and drop and title it. So maybe we do something for Mardi Gras, right? Right, big rule of thumbs that is we've always gone by is that selling season begins after Mardi Gras, except Mardi Gras is a little unique this year. So actually selling season can begin now, right? So with that being said, just send something fun out with an image or a text, right? Or a market snap. So what's going on in the neighborhood, right? And then with a listing block, maybe a listing, whatever the case may be. And then you can save it. And it'll end up here, okay? So anything that you create in designs will always be on your dashboard. And if you get tired of it or if you don't need it anymore, you click the stop light in the top right corner of each template and you can change the cover, you can download, you can rename, make a copy or delete, right? So I noticed yesterday that I had some designs that were created when it first came out. So it was time to delete and create some new ones. Okay. So again, so you can in designs create a video, create printed material, social media material, landing page, and an email. Also, I believe in social or print too, you can also develop an email signature. I don't remember which one it's in, but you can design that as well. So if you want a personalized email signature to go on your email platform, whatever it is that you use, you can create that here as well. And the templates are already in place. There are several for you to choose from. You can customize them and then download. And if, let's see, let me show you. So if you see, when I start an email in my Gmail, I created this in Designs, and the platform is already there, and the template's already there. I just changed the colors. Okay. Any questions on designs before we move on to campaigns? Is everybody overwhelmed yet? Kind of explode?
Yes.
I have a lot of questions.
Okay,
I'm
so
a
here's
little
what I
more
want you to do.
enlightened.
So I'm assuming that everybody right now at least has a notebook or something taking notes, correct? Awesome. Okay. So now, so let's take a breath. I want you to write down one design that you want to create, whether it be in social or print or video. And when do you, what you want it for? Is it for a buyer, seller, lead generation? And when do you want to have it done by? Today is Thursday, tomorrow's Friday. Do you want to have it done for Monday, which is February 1st? Right? So let's think about this, right? So we're wrapping up January, right? Let's just brainstorm here for a second. February 1st, we got Valentine's Day, we got Mardi Gras, right? And like I said, typically selling season begins around this time. So what do we want our message to be? Who are we going to reach out to, and what do we want to say? How do we want that to look? I just want you to set a timeline to create one piece by that timeline. And when you're going to time block it out, when you're going to work on it. That's the first step to kind of reduce that anxiety and like, oh, where do I start? Blah, 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 right? Are you reaching out to sellers? Or are you reaching out to buyers? Right? So digest that and commit to doing one piece that will help assist in your lead generation activities. Remember, this is to assist. Okay, so we have that down.
Thank you for that, Renee. I had that written down in my notes up above to see if we could pick some design and have some, work on it.
Yeah, right. I think that's homework, right, guys? We got to do homework. Okay, but again, guys, remember that the key thing about homework or commitment is setting a deadline. Right? We can always say we want this, we want this, we want this. But if there's no accountability to the deadline, it never gets done. And we're still overwhelmed. Oh, I need to do this. I need to do this, right? Set the timeline, put it in your calendar, and create that mental image of what you're trying to accomplish in the days ahead, not months ahead. What do you want to accomplish in the next week or 2 weeks? And commit to that, whatever that is. Okay. So right now, I just want you to commit to one design that you're going to utilize to enhance your efforts and set that date. Okay. All right. So now we've done all the creation. Now let's implement it. Right? So again, if you're in your tab on the command page on the left-hand side are the icons, and we're going to go to command, and we're going to go to campaigns. Now, again, just like designs, there's, again, this is another component that can be completely overwhelming. And unless you have a system or have something set up, you know, you can probably overthink it. All right. So here's your dashboard. Right. So if I had campaigns in place, it would tell me how much I spent. It will give me my lead to goal, my connections for my paid ads and my social ads. Gives you a platform to manage that. Has anybody done ads on Facebook or boost an ad on Facebook?
All the
No?
time.
What's that? All the
I
time.
do it all the
Now, the reason I've done it on Facebook as well, right? But the reason I like it here, right, is if I scroll down, what was it here? Let me see what I got. It usually, I guess so. Your leads will funnel to command and get added to your contacts, automatic. Okay. Facebook doesn't, unfortunately, Facebook doesn't add to your database. Command does. Thus, this is part of what makes this so special is the integration. Okay. So, because I wanted to show you, but I don't remember. Maybe it's here. Paid ads. All right. So these are all my paid ads. You could do email. This is where you're going to do your email campaign setup. Okay. Your direct mail setup and your social post. Okay. So each platform has its own set of prompts. Okay. So you can create a new campaign by, again, top right corner. So you got social ad, a Google paid ad, social post. Remember, social posts are free. It just creates a system for yourself. Okay. Direct mail or email, whatever it is you want to set up. This is where it's going to be done. So don't think of campaign as just a venue to spend money. Campaigns are other than paid ads. So all your campaigns here can be managed in the campaign platform. Okay. So if you did just a social post, it gives you a platform to design and customize, right? Has this sweet little button that says choose from designs right here, right? Or you can upload a video or you can upload an image. So whatever it is, but remember, your homework is to create a design so that you can pull it over into your campaign platform and create a system for yourself that enables you to enhance your marketing and prospecting efforts, right? That's the whole purpose of this session today, is to enhance your prospecting and marketing efforts. So you're going to write your post. You can choose a design. So it's going to go straight to my library and pull something in. So I know many of you were, right, we talked about New Year's or whatever the case may be, video tours. So let's just choose the home value. All right, do you know the value of your home? So why would I pick this?
To get folks to respond to you for a home valuation.
All right, so who would I be targeting?
Sellers.
Yes. Okay. So that being said, so I would type in, let me maximize the equity in your home today. Call or say, contact me for the current value of your home. You could be sitting on a nest egg, right? And that's where it shows up there. All right. So you can schedule the post or you can post immediately. How cool is that? Right? So I don't know about you guys, but sometimes what I do on a Sunday evening, I kind of take a look at what my week looks like, right? And I set some time aside on a Sunday to go over my calendar and what I want to post, or, you know, kind of what my target task is and things of that nature. And this is one of them, right? So maybe I set this up and I could choose when I want this to post, right? You can set a calendar, right? You can look, and it gives you a tip. The best days to post are Monday, Wednesday, and Friday mornings. Okay, so maybe I want to post that tomorrow morning. So I set it up for the 29th. And I choose what account to set up. So does everybody have a Facebook business page? I hope you do, because that's where it goes, right? So you can choose what account it goes into, and then you can either save it as a draft at the top right or schedule the post, right? Schedule the post. Does that make sense? Is that easy?
Easy peasy. And I tell you what, I've actually done that and set out for a week. I wasn't consistent with it, but I did, and it works. It's cool. It's really cool.
It's very cool. And like I said, and anybody, and it doesn't matter, you know, you still be able to see on your, you know, go look at your post and see who likes it and see how many views you got and all those kinds of things. And however, this will capture your, it'll capture your numbers. So campaigns will actually tell you how many likes you got, if there's any engagement or anything of that nature. You can see how effective your post is. Okay.
So, Renee, I got a question.
Yes, ma'am.
You said that when they go onto your Facebook page, it downloads everything into Command. Is that something you have to set up on your Facebook page?
No, it doesn't download everything from Facebook, but if someone interacts, or if they like it, if you do a post, sometimes you'll have a button that says contact me or something of that nature. That, by Miss Joan, it'll reach out, it'll capture that. It'll capture the interaction with your post. Does that make sense?
Yes,
Right?
so they actually have to sign up, right? Like fill out
Whatever
the
it is that
information.
you've asked them to do, if they've followed through with any activity, that is what will be captured. All
Renee,
right,
I
so it
gotta
actually,
run.
it'll let you know how effective your ad is. Okay. All right. All right, so I'm going to save this as a draft. right? So here's all my draft posts. So that's the good news, right? Saves everything. So again, so you could do a direct mail piece. So if you wanted to send out postcards, right? Direct mail. You can name your campaign, identify your goal, and create the template, right? And here's the cool thing. So, right, so say if I do, let's do attract buyers, right? Click here, use a default template, set up campaign. Look over here, guys. Postcards are already to the right, right? All you gotta do is click on one, right? It's gonna prompt you to design whatever it is you're trying to design. So if I choose the modern KW Modern template, it's a 6x11, so it's a jumbo one. You can add a QR code. You can select the listing straight from KWLS. So if I wanted to send, so, you know, hypothetically, I just put a buyer in Marrero. Okay, so let's see. Let's see what it is. So if I did foliage, usually something comes up. Let me try this. No. All right, so it's not, I'm not winning. Property address. Let's see. All right, so here's all different addresses. Okay. So it allows you to look for addresses. Maybe you're collaborating with someone. If you want to share someone else's listing, make sure you ask for permission. Go to the agent. And you can decide if it's coming soon or if it's active or if it's closed or sold. So maybe I'm looking for, so here's 35 Kansas that I was looking for that was sold. And it plugs all the information in there for you. And it gives you a description and some dialogue, listing photos, all the market center. So all your logistics. So it tells me, so I can put in a budget. So I could do 200 at 89 cents a piece, which sounds pretty reasonable. So that would be $178. Maybe you don't want to spend that much. So maybe you only want to do, maybe I want to do 50 at 89 cents. So it's only $44, right? So you can customize your campaign to fit your budget. But remember, always lead with revenues and not expenses. So don't spend money on what you don't have, right? Use the free stuff first. But that was just an example of setting up a postcard. So that's your direct mail. And then here's where you can set up emails also. So again, the same thing. Create a campaign. Go to email, describe what your goal is. So let's do brand awareness. You're going to use, where will your campaign run? Your command email. So let's do command email and set up campaign. And you can schedule this one also, right? So if you can start now, you can customize this now and set it all up and have it go out first thing Monday morning or Sunday night or something of that nature, right? So here's an account. Select design. Remember those designs that we just went to? Remember the Mardi Gras one I just set up? Or the buyer lead conversion, right? So if I wanted that to go, save and exit. Obviously I would have designed that, but for speedy, write your subject here. So neighborhood update, right? Add your content, update design. Oh, I don't want that. And you either save as a draft, schedule, or send, right? Either one. Oh. You can create a list of who you're going to send it to. So this is everybody in your database. All you got to do is click. How cool is that? Right? So let's talk about strategy. So again, I can see it in your faces. Again, setting up a system that allows you to kind of sit down, create your target for the week, design a design or a platform to follow through or whatever it may be to complete. Again, remember, this is to enhance your prospecting and marketing lead generation, right? So setting time aside specifically to create something in this platform and then use it during your lead generation time, right? That's how you digest this. Does that make sense? All right, so Dion, Ashley, and Michaela. So who has questions? Because I know it's been a lot to digest. So we've gone over designs, we've gone over campaigns, and we went into consumer a little bit, but I know we need to spend more time I know it'd be a little easier if we were all live to kind of go through, have your computers and go through some examples and kind of have a workshop as opposed to just a Zoom meeting, right? Would that be more helpful? Have like a workshop? Ashley, what you thinking? Yes.
Yes. Yeah, because everything you went over, I need to learn how to do. Like,
Okay.
I need to learn how to fix my website. I definitely want to do a landing page.
Uh-huh.
And everything you go over is so informative, but it's just like, I'm more of a hands-on person.
Yes.
I'm still lost.
I appreciate that.
But I'm getting it. I'm writing down the different things that I want to do.
But just like we said, right? Write down one task and when you want to complete it by.
Okay.
That's right. How do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time, right?
Yes.
And
So I
that's
think I'm going to work on the website, but I noticed that my phone number is wrong.
okay. So, all right. So that being said, right? Actually, that's a good point. So in the top right-hand corner of your dashboard is your settings, right? So you must go into your settings and make sure all your information is correct and set up.
Okay.
So if you go to settings, it brings you to this page, and to the left
General
is
settings.
your command settings, applications, all those kinds of things.
Okay.
See at the bottom where it says Command MC settings down here at the bottom?
Yes.
This is where you're going to make sure your information is correct.
Okay, command setting. Okay,
Oh, here, see where it says connect settings right here? Your marketing profile right here.
marketing, okay.
You're gonna make sure the picture you want is uploaded. If you have a logo, all your details, your bio, your phone numbers, this is where you're gonna update any of that information and make sure it's correct.
Okay.
And so that's what I need to set up too. I haven't done my bio. I haven't taken my picture.
Okay, so then, okay, so again, so Dion and Ashley, the first thing you want to do is say, okay, I'd like to have my settings done by 6 p.m. January 31st or January 30th. I think we have 30 days, which is Sunday, right? So you got 3 days to complete your settings.
But what I noticed is that it's right on some of the pages on my website, but not all.
Okay, so because you have because you have different settings for different platforms. So if you clicked up here in the top corner, you see your profile here and your settings here.
Yeah.
You got to go to each and make sure it's correct.
Okay.
But your settings for anything command is in settings, marketing, profile.
Okay.
So if it's right in marketing profile, it should be right in all the other platforms.
It should be right. No, it's only going to be right here. Your marketing profile is just for your command. But your profile is for your other Keller Williams platforms. This is another class.
Yeah, because on Connect, I think that's why I keep trying to change it in Connect, but it's not changing.
Okay. Make sure you save it. And I think the big issue that we have is you got to click edit profile. And if you change anything, to make sure you save the changes.
Okay.
Honey, I used to make that mistake all the time. Right? Always look for the save button.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, guys. So I'm going to stop right there because I already know I'm overwhelming you. And I just want you to carve out some time for yourself and work on 1 or 2 items at the most, set a timeline, and just get it done in that manner. Does that
Just
make
one more
sense?
question before you go.
Absolutely.
Do you think we should have a like a GoDaddy
Yes.
name, or do you use the Keller Williams?
Nope. I use a GoDaddy. My nolaplace.com domain name is from GoDaddy.
Okay. But we can change it.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. You can create your, and all I did was forward my domain name to this platform.
Okay. Got it.
But to make it, so Ashley and Dion, make it easy on yourself, right? Reach out to Scott Leroy Marketing and let him set up your initial website. Let him do the heavy lifting for you, right?
Okay.
And then all you got to do is add the fun stuff.
Okay.
Let him add all those pages that he did for me, right? He set this up for me. I didn't do it.
Oh, okay. And Nicole had told me I got to reach out to him anyway because she told me he can also
Upload your contacts.
Yeah, because it's trying to get all of my contacts, do it manually. It's just.
I know. So that being said, guys, our market center pays for that specifically. All right. That's one of our value propositions for our associates, right? Is that we have some other elements in place that some market centers don't have or some other offices don't have. Scott Leroy is a benefit for all of us. Okay, so whatever you need him to do technology wise to kind of get you set up, use that resource. We pay for it every month. So you might as well use it. Okay. So scottleroymarketing.com, SCOTTLEROY marketing.com.
I will be contacting him soon.
Or Scott@scottleroymarketing.com is his email address. That's exactly what I did. Scott, what's it take for you to do I even asked if I had to pay for it, and he said no.
Okay. Does he run the MLS listings on the website? Because I noticed how some people have the MLS listings on
Yes,
there.
it does run. So in designs, you have access to the MLS or whatever it is. Yes.
Okay, but we don't have to get permission for those, right? We can use the ones from the office.
No, well, you should just let the agent know.
Okay.
You can't just arbitrarily,
Okay.
Okay.
you can't claim it as your listing. Let's put it that way.
Okay.
Right?
Yes.
You might change the language and say, here's the pick of the day or something of that nature. Right?
Okay.
So, but yeah, I mean, you're a member of the MLS, so you can share any listing. You just can't claim it as your listing. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So, but you can use it for marketing resources. So if if you're looking for a buyer, what I like to do is if I'm looking through the hot sheet or something of that nature, what new listings have hit, and I kind of toggle through them and see what interesting components there are. I might, create something specific about the kitchen or the yard or something like that of that and market that. Right? Like who wants this yard or who needs a home office like this or something of that nature. Right?
Okay.
But again, remember guys, the only way you're going to really do this or commit to this is one design at a time. Right? Because I know we probably got all these ideas coming out of your head, right? I want to do this, right? But you can only focus on the one thing that's going to get you business sooner than later.
Okay.
Right? Whether you're working out, trying to create a new buyer opportunity or create a new listing opportunity. Does that make sense?
Makes sense.
Awesome.
Well, thank you so much for this class.
You're so welcome, guys. We'll do another one. Okay. And we'll try to make it live next month.
Okay.
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 Okay. Thank
That way
you.
we can have a workshop and I can kind of oversee what we're creating. Okay.
Okay.
All right. But I'm in the market center. So mrenee@kw.com if you have any questions.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
All
Have a
right,
nice
guys.
day.
Bye.
Bye.
Have a great one.